Good evening. Tonight, a crisis at the top of the world is sending shockwaves across the nation. The Ted Stevens Anchorage International Airport, Alaska's vital artery, has been shut down. For Alaskans, air travel is a lifeline. Now thousands are stranded, and critical supplies aren't getting through. This airport is a major global cargo hub. Its closure is disrupting the supply chain worldwide. The cause? A major structural failure. Details are still emerging, but the impact is immediate and severe. We'll show you why this airport is so critical, not just for Alaska's 730,000 residents, but for international trade and national security. Major cargo carriers like FedEx and UPS are scrambling for alternatives, but Anchorage's unique location can't be easily replaced. The shutdown comes as the U.S. heads into the busiest shopping season of the year. This is more than a travel story. It's about infrastructure, geography, and how a problem in one remote corner can affect us all. Our team is on the ground in Alaska with experts ready to analyze the long-term effects. How did this happen, and how long will it last? The answers will determine the severity of a crisis that's just beginning. Stay with us for the latest on the emergency in Alaska. The silence on Anchorage's runways is echoing across the world. To grasp the magnitude of this shutdown, you need to understand the airport itself. Ted Stevens Anchorage International isn't just a regional hub, it's Alaska's transportation heart. Opened in 1951, its location halfway between North America and Asia made it a strategic refueling stop to aviation pop and a bridge between continents. For hundreds of remote villages, aviation is everything. Many vital flights start or connect through Anchorage. In air cargo, Anchorage is a global giant, often ranking among the world's top 5 busiest cargo airports. Its unique position lets cargo planes carry more goods, refuel, and continue, saving millions and powering global trade. The airport is a cornerstone of the U.S. economy and national security, hosting a significant military presence. Its closure severs both local lifelines and a key gear in international commerce. The history of this airport is one of strategic importance and essential service. Now, that legacy faces its greatest test. Officials are grappling with an unprecedented failure. The world is watching. The crisis began early this morning when officials detected a major sinkhole, likely caused by thawing permafrost and seismic activity, compromising the main runway. The FAA ordered an immediate indefinite closure. Only emergency helicopters are allowed. Over 50 flights were canceled within hours. Now, more than 400 flights are grounded, with numbers expected to rise. The airport, usually bustling, is now eerily silent. Terminals are overflowing with stranded passengers, and hotel rooms across Anchorage are booked solid. Alaska's governor declared a state of emergency, freeing up resources and requesting federal aid. Officials warn, this will not be a quick fix. A prolonged disruption is likely. Travelers are stuck, unsure when they'll get home. The financial and emotional toll is mounting. We spoke with a family from Fairbanks, stranded after a medical appointment for their child, now facing an uncertain journey home. Their story is just one among thousands, each a personal crisis within this larger emergency. The reality is setting in. Alaska's lifeline is cut and the effects are spreading fast. The uncertainty grows with every hour. The crisis is only beginning. The airport terminal is now a place of frustration and anxiety. Families camp on the floor, business travelers crowd power outlets, and the departure boards are a sea of red canceled. Mark Chen, a logistics manager, told us, "My company has millions in product on grounded planes. This isn't just a delay, it's a supply chain breakdown." For Alaskans, the impact is even more personal. Mary, an elder from a remote village, is stranded after a dialysis appointment, worried about missing vital care. "We can't just drive home. The plane is our only way," she said. Local churches and community centers are offering food and shelter, and residents are stepping up to help. The spirit of Alaskan self-reliance is strong, but as hours turn to days, the strain grows. For every person stranded in the terminal, countless others in remote communities are looking at empty skies, wondering when the planes and their lifeline will return. The uncertainty is palpable. Goodwill can only go so far. The longer the shutdown lasts, the deeper the hardship. Alaska's isolation has never felt more real. The world is watching. The shutdown of Anchorage International is a major disruption to the global air cargo network. Anchorage sits at a critical junction for routes between Asia and North America. Cargo giants like FedEx and UPS rely on it. Without Anchorage, companies face two bad options: fly with less cargo and more fuel, or reroute through less equipped airports, creating massive bottlenecks. The timing couldn't be worse, just days before Black Friday, when retailers depend on a steady flow of goods. Experts warn of potential shortages and shipping delays for holiday orders. The shutdown exposes a vulnerability in our just-in-time supply chain, which lacks redundancy. When a key node like Anchorage goes down, the whole system is at risk. The consequences will be felt in warehouses, on store shelves, and in homes across America for weeks to come. Our interconnected world is more fragile than we think. This single closure is a wake-up call. The ripple effects are only beginning. The economic impact is immediate and severe, starting with Anchorage's local businesses, hotels, rental car agencies, catering and maintenance crews, all brought to a standstill. Alaska's fishing industry, a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, relies on air freight to ship fresh seafood. Now, tons of product sit in warehouses, threatening livelihoods. Beyond Alaska, global corporations like Apple and Nike depend on Anchorage to move products efficiently from Asia to North America. A prolonged shutdown means higher shipping costs, delays, and ultimately, higher prices for consumers. The Dow Jones Transportation Average dropped today, reflecting Wall Street's anxiety. This event exposes the hidden costs of our globalized economy. We're used to goods moving at lightning speed, but the shutdown reveals how fragile that system is. A single point of failure can impact everything from corporate profits to the price you pay at the store. The full economic fallout is still being calculated, but it's already clear. The cost will be in the billions. The world is feeling Alaska's pain. In crisis, the public looks to leaders for answers and action. For Governor Palin, this is a defining moment. Her response will be scrutinized nationwide. Declaring a state of emergency was just the start. Now she must coordinate a complex response with state, federal, and private partners. Alaska's congressional delegation is pushing for a federal disaster declaration to unlock critical funding. The Department of Transportation faces tough questions about oversight and investment in infrastructure, especially with known permafrost risks. This crisis will reignite debates over infrastructure spending and national security. The airport is vital for military logistics. Its closure exposes strategic vulnerabilities. Images of the damaged runway will become a rallying cry for greater investment. The political fallout will touch disaster response, infrastructure policy, and military strategy. Alaska's leadership is being tested as never before. As officials manage the immediate crisis, experts warn the long-term fix won't be easy. Dr. Helen Vance, a civil engineer, says if thawing permafrost caused the sinkhole, repairs will be complex, possibly requiring excavation to bedrock and a full rebuild. Alaska's harsh winter will slow construction. A permanent fix could take months. In the short term, engineers are assessing if the secondary runway can handle limited traffic, but it's not designed for large cargo jets. The FAA insists safety is the only priority. No flights will resume until the runways are proven safe. A partial reopening for smaller planes might be possible in weeks, but full capacity is likely far off. Cargo companies are diverting flights, but alternatives are costly and strained. Some are exploring sea lift options, but these add days to delivery times. The state may activate its ferry system for coastal communities, but inland villages remain isolated. Every solution comes with challenges and compromises. The path forward is uncertain. Alaska's resilience will be tested. The world waits for answers. Tonight, Alaska feels more isolated than ever. The shutdown of Anchorage's airport is a stark reminder of our modern vulnerabilities. We've seen the chaos, heard the stories, and analyzed the cascading effects on a supply chain we all depend on. The immediate priorities: care for the stranded, investigate the failure, and restore operations safely. Alaskans' resilience is shining, but they can't face this alone. It will take a coordinated national effort. This is a wake-up call for America to examine its critical infrastructure. The ground beneath Alaska is changing and our systems must adapt. The story from Anchorage is a warning. Will we heed it? The eyes of the nation are on Alaska, waiting for the lifeline to be restored. We'll continue to follow this story. Good night.